I have with me the Goa Health Minister, Vishwajit Rane. Mr. Rane, thank you so much for joining us right here on NDTV. Last time we spoke to representatives of the Goa government and they were pretty pleased announcing that there are no fresh cases of COVID-19. Can you tell us what's the situation right now? And certainly you have not taken it lightly, I would assume.
No, definitely not. As far as Goa is concerned, you must have heard my statements and also through my Twitter handle that from the beginning, even when we came down to zero, we have taken several measures. And also, as we were coming down, the cases were coming down, we carried on the survey and we have now identified another 5,000 people in Goa that have got various type of issues pertaining to respiratory and other related coughs, colds, and symptomatic to COVID. So basically, what we have been doing is we have been consistently saying that we need to increase our testing capacity, which we are in the process of doing. We are going to increase our capacity to nearly close to about 1,000 plus tests a day. And from the time we have come to zero, we never ever felt that we are in any kind of green zone or any other zone. But what we thought is increasing protocols for random testing and increasing our protocol of testing in the state of Goa. That's what the state government is doing at the moment.
Now, Mr. Rane, I understand that you're now sprucing up testing and not taking this lightly. That's good to hear. But what experiences can Goa share with other states that are currently grappling with this problem? I mean, for instance, a neighboring Maharashtra. Of course, it's an unfair comparison because you can't really compare Maharashtra with Goa. But if you want to compare Mumbai, which is the epicenter, why do you think that the situation went so out of control?
Actually, from the time when the corona cases, we started identifying corona cases in the country, at that point of time itself, I was the first one to raise a voice saying that we need to go in for a total shutdown and we need to have some sort of a lockdown in the state of Goa, and only essential should be allowed. From then on, we started taking steps, identifying people, and as per the guidelines that were given from the Government of India and Ministry of Home Affairs, from time to time, we started strictly following these guidelines. There were some issues. People initially resisted the statements that were made by me. But I think with the support of the Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, at that point of time, we started putting in systems in place in the state of Goa, identifying people and who had just come into the state of Goa as per the guidelines that were given and taking strong measures. And we were, slowly moving in towards actually a lockdown. Goa was one of the few states that announced a lockdown initially, much before the national lockdown. And I think this helped us in a very big way. I think comparing Goa to our neighboring states of Maharashtra and all won't be fair because they are very large states. We are a very small state. And I think the measures that we took helped us in fighting COVID-19. We are still fighting COVID-19. And also the people that came into the state of Goa, we had to quarantine. Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Rane, sorry, but of course you would also agree that you cannot be in a perpetual state of lockdown. You have to move fast. I agree. But you can't perpetually be in lockdown. After all, the day you lift the lockdown, there might be a sort of a crisis. There will be an influx of this virus. What do you suggest should happen post the 3rd of May?
We have been also talking to a lot of experts and people who have been advising us on a proper lockdown exit framework. And I do agree with you that economic activity, livelihood, and both these are very important in order for people to survive. Today, Honorable Prime Minister also during the video conferencing, I was present along with our Chief Minister, and at that point of time, Honorable Prime Minister also has made it very clear that life and livelihood, these are very important issues. And I do agree with you that as far as Goa is concerned, as per the MHA orders, a lot of activities that have already been mentioned, and we are also trying to facilitate industry to restart. Same side, we have put up testing centers so that we are able to test more number of people, and we need people, the economic activity also to thrive. Simultaneously, health sector and the health facilities are also paying a lot of attention to what manner we are going to see that we keep Goa safe. So those type of protocols and working very closely with industry, we have already formulated and we are moving forward in those lines. And I feel that, like you just mentioned, that as the lockdown, as far as our state is concerned, we have still got the Epidemic Act going to be in place. Section 140 is going to be in place. And what we want to do is wherever there is economic activity, it is very clearly mentioned as per the MHA guidelines, we are trying to facilitate so that they are able to function in a very proper manner.
No, but Mr. Rane, you didn't answer my question. What should happen after the 3rd of May? See, all
No,
the MHA guidelines are only binding till the 3rd
I
of
agree
May.
with you. I agree with you. But what our chief minister has done, there were few chief ministers who felt that the lockdown should be extended, and there should be a very phased manner in which we start opening up the state. And our chief minister also has written a letter to the honorable prime minister saying that the lockdown should continue, and every state should be given its own way of chartering its course in trying to make it much more phased and open it out in a different manner. I feel that is the way forward, because like you said, we cannot continuously be in a state of lockdown. I totally agree with you, but same time I think flexibility should be given to the states to devise its own charter and charter its own course as far as unlocking is concerned.
My final question, Mr. Rane, Goa is a tourist state. It's a tourist friendly state. What do you do? I mean, if you unlock this lockdown in a phased manner, allow industrial activity, but your biggest industry being tourism is going to be shut, then what does this mean for your economy? Surely you are not suggesting that post the 3rd of May it should be open for tourists.
No, definitely not. Actually, what we are saying is, as you know, there's nobody going to be traveling so fast. And as far as during the video conference, certain things which were discussed, I mean, it was very clear that a lot of people had apprehensions about. A lot of people made a suggestion that there should not be any flight movement, interstate movement, or railways. And it's not going to be easy for tourism to restart. I have, in the other day on NDTV itself and on another channel, I mentioned that it's going to take nothing less than another 6 months for tourism industry to revive. But we have also said that, also written to the government of India, is that anybody coming to the state of Goa, we must insist on a COVID negative certificate. And this is now, we have got seafarers coming to the state of Goa as we speak. They have already been tested in Mumbai and they're coming to the state of Goa. And as per the MHA guidelines, we will be taking necessary steps. So what we are suggesting is, in order to keep Goa safe, at the moment, nobody is flying. At the moment, nobody intends to travel. It's pretty, we all know that coronavirus is something that is created such a fear in everybody's mind. So in order to even talk about industry and tourism industry, which are our backbone, other than mining, tourism was a major backbone for revenue generation. I feel if we take proper steps and insist on for travelers coming in by flights and nothing to give us these COVID negative certificates, I think we need to start thinking differently. We have not yet put a thorough protocol in place. Minute we come to know that this is what is going to happen, I don't think flying is going to start immediately, but I think we need to think differently and move forward.
All right. Mr. Vishwajit Rane, thank you so much for joining us right here on NDTV.
Thank you.